Hi guys, I thought I would just come up here to share a little bit, some insights, some wisdom just came through, and we just think this message is going to be received in the deepest understanding, and it will have a lot of internal resonance for what I'm about to say now. So, Ubungoma, ancestral work does not mean that you have to go do the work traditionally in Dumba at a particular place, like in a village or whatever like that. Your hut, because we in modern age and as we move along, could be like, for example, mine is at my where I rented the studio, where I collaborate my work with yoga, the channeling work that I do, as well as the intuitive massages that I do, as I consult energetically with people. So, with that said, is there's this fear from the religious aspect. Of course, we have to include that about Ubungoma as it being something of evil, and of course, any sort of power you have and any sort of wisdom you gain, if you misuse it, it's going to tap deep into a quick low vibrational energy, and it is going to have a deep pull of the lowest vibration of love, should I say. That's the best way I can say it. The whole purpose of your calling is you are called to be you, to understand that as you were made through the image of God, what image of God do you represent? And generally, that would be your name's sake, your name, the meaning of your name. So I'll say an example of my calling is to be, well, it is Mandisa. So to be Umandisa, what does it mean? I mean, it means many things that I'm discovering more and more as I go along. But you look at that and you say, on one aspect, Mandisa means joy. Mandisa means sweetness. So joy, she brings joy to the one she surrounds herself. And then there is sweetness. She offers sweetness. And then Mandisa is also to Ugwandisa, like to increase, to add, to expand. Spiritually, what it means to be abundant is to be enough. So, my namesake, my calling is to understand that I am enough, that the gifts, this present moment, what I have, what I desire, it is enough. I have the tools to, be able to be myself through the image of God, right? So everywhere I go, my purpose is to make sure that this moment is felt as enough. That in when you are in my presence, you feel that this moment is enough. You feel grounded energy because this moment is enough. All that we have, this information, this meeting of us connecting together in this moment now, is enough. Having the breakfast that I have is enough. So feeling that. So what happens is you go through a process of understanding what it means to be you. Then you have your ancestors who have helped you. Your ancestors, just like from the Bible, are no different to Moses. They have gone through a certain story and have gone through certain experiences to share a particular lesson. So those about David, Moses, Goliath, all those are ancestors because they have left messages from the past, information that will support you into your future and in the current moment, right? Because if we come from God, and if everybody is a different expression and iteration within themselves and development towards the God image, then you understand that everything that is left behind, the people who have written books, the people who have shared their stories, the stories that you hear online from people who have particularly gone through an injury, a disability, or whatever, and have turned their lives around. So here's a situation where you're going to find yourself in that particular calling where you are called to be you. Because right now you're playing a particular character that is not you. So it's like if I'm Umandisa and the expression of who I know myself to be in an environment, I can't, then I can't be me. I'm being someone else. Do you understand? Like I'm being someone else. I'm being the opposite of who I am. Who I am is enough. Who I am in that state is this moment is enough. When I feel I have to play something else, then I'm not playing me. I don't even have to play me. I'm not being me. I'm doing me. And doing me does not feel good in that way of you'll come into the love language of if I do this, then this means this is good, right? So we learn that early from our parents, like, oh, you're a good girl, you're a good boy, oh, good, good, good. So if you do this in exchange, this is. So it's part of that learning too. But you must understand that when your calling is taking you from the lowest vibration of earthly experiences and earthly desires and the flesh and the ego, and getting your ancestors who are deeply connected to God, because that's all where we came from, and use that towards the highest vibration. And then you feel love. Then you feel light, because that's what God is. God is love. God is light. God is expansive. God is creation. God is universe. God is you and me in expression, in relationship. So when you are finding your calling, and I'll just mention the word and I'll talk about it now. The Kundalini rising is that full awareness of you becoming you, your namesake, from the power of God through the help of your ancestors who have left things behind. It's no different to the telephone. Those are our ancestors who have left something very important behind in order for us to develop a new form of communication. But this is our base, because maybe the phone is not going to be the way in which we're going to continue communicating. Maybe, just perhaps, telepathic communication is going to become even more of a thing that's normal, you know. So this is how it happens. Your ancestral calling is just helping you to either be a teacher and be of service to other people. But the thing is, you're always going to be a service, and it's not going to be traditionally through herbs or throwing bones or whatever like that. There are different ways in which your calling and expression is asking of you to be the God, bring God within. That's why we have to go in and meditate. You have to go in and meditate. So don't get yourself confused in this path. Because the thing is, I've been there, and it went, it goes deeper. It goes deep into the earth, into the soil, right into the roots. It goes really deep. So I know if you're going through a hard time, understand that your calling is calling you to the highest expression and vibration of who you are, your true self, your namesake. Whew. Guys, I hope you really understand that your ancestral calling is calling you to God, to the God expression. And it could be you as a doctor, Western medicine. It could be you scientist. It could be you lawyer. It could be you at the gross. Everything has a purpose for where you are. You are there for a reason. It's not about escaping that path. It's about understanding who you are in this path. Life is always asking you to prove who you say you are. When God says, when I think it's Thomas, talks about who do we say you are, God? And it says, say that I am that I am. I am that I am. Do you hear? There's an isness to that. I am that I am. It's not I am that I am. It's I am that I am. Understand that power. Feel called to work with me. Message me, and it's about mastering yourself so that you can embody the highest vibration of love, that God energy of the I amness within you.